Good morning. Happy Monday, boys and girls. This morning, we are going to go over some things that we need to remember while we are doing at-home learning. The first thing we need to remember is to read God's Word and pray every day. Do you boys and girls remember that song? Read God's Word, pray every day, pray every day, pray every day. Read God's Word and pray every day so you'll grow, grow, grow. Well, we want to make sure that we are growing in God's goodness and grace. And to do that, we have to be in His words and we have to be praying. So try to start your morning each day with a little bit of God's word. Maybe it's 1 or 2 verses, maybe it's a whole chapter, and praying and asking God to help you throughout the day. That's the most important. Next, I want to talk about your workspace. Make sure that you all have a space in your home, whether it's in your bedroom, it might be right at the kitchen table, that's where my kids have been working, or right at the dining room table, but make sure you have your own space where your pencils are sharpened, you have paper available, maybe crayons, you want to make sure you have paper and your computer ready, and every morning you need to be logging on to Class Dojo so you can see what your teachers have for you. They're going to be posting new things for you each day to do. So the way that we're going to start taking attendance and knowing that you're working hard is by you showing up on Class Dojo and submitting your work daily. I know last week your teachers gave you a lot of grace with logging on, right? You didn't have to come to every Zoom meeting. You didn't have to do all of your work each day. You could just hand it all in on Friday. Well, this is our third week in at-home learning, and so now we're going to have a little bit of higher expectations, and we really want you submitting your work daily, even if it's for 1 or 2 subjects. But we don't want you saving all of the work for the last minute, that's overwhelming, and handing it in to the teachers on a Friday, only because that's a lot for them to grade and check all at once. So try to spread it out and do those things each day. And it's a great way for you to be checking in with your teachers and letting them know that you're okay, that you understand what you're doing. Really try to attend all of the Zoom meetings that your teachers have scheduled, because those are really important. You get to see your classmates, you get to see your teacher, and you get to connect. So I really want to make sure that you're also Zooming in whenever your class meets. The next thing I want you to do, and this is just partly because I'm a mom and I worry about you guys and I care about you, make sure you're drinking lots of water. Water's so good for you. And make sure every single day you're doing something to move, be active, and exercise. Mr. and Mrs. Bills were reminding you to make sure that you do your jumping jacks and your jump rope and your walking in place and running in place and all that fun stuff. Make sure you're doing that every day. Exercise is so good for you, and it will really help you to get those endorphins going and give you the energy that you need throughout the day. It also helps to put you in a good mood. Exercise is really like the key to happiness. That and Jesus. Okay, and this is another thing I wanted to remind all of you to do. This is extra. But parents, this is a great idea. Journaling. Having a journal of some sort during this time will be amazing. Each day you could, and your parents can make a journal. You don't have to go out and buy it. It could be in a composition notebook. It could be on a bunch of pieces of paper stapled together. And you can just put at the top of each day the date, the time of day that you started to work, and just write maybe 4 sentences to, if you're older, you can do a couple of paragraphs just on how your day is going. I love to journal because that's my space and time to talk with the Lord. So you can give God your prayer requests. You can tell him what's on your mind and what's on your heart. But it's also a great writing activity. And then your journal can be something that you, mom and dad, talk about or maybe share during dinner time. But I highly recommend journaling this time. And the last thing I want to tell you is to make sure that you go back on Class Dojo each night right around 7 o'clock, because I'm going to be posting each night at 7 o'clock a bedtime story. And my bedtime stories will be for all ages, not just for K4 and kindergarten. It will be for everybody. So come on in at 7. You can bring your wear your PJs. You can bring your favorite stuffed animal and get a pillow and just sit back, relax, and listen to a fun story, okay? This week I have some Mo Williams. I have some Easter books. So I'm really excited to have that time with you. So if you can, go back on Class Dojo after, dinner time, brush your teeth, put your PJs on, and we can curl up with a good book. All right? I want you to have a great Monday. I want you to have a great week. And remember to be kind, to persevere, and to do your best.